For the most part, race has been excluded from the conversation surrounding this year's presidential elections, largely due to the absence of Black Lives Matter, in addition to a number of other factors. But it seems as if most Americans were focused on the candidates' ability to do their jobs, as well as their track records, being that up until recently, both candidates were former presidents. Now, unfortunately, it looks like that is going to change. So it's official. If you have not heard by now, then you are most likely living under a rock. But Joe Biden announced on Sunday afternoon that he is no longer seeking re-election. He did so via a screenshot of a letter that was posted on X. He said, "It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision." There's a lot of concerns about how he made this announcement. The screenshot of a letter on a social media website is a little unorthodox in terms of a president announcing to the nation and thus the world that they are no longer seeking re-election, but that's another video for another day. There have been some concerning reports about Joe Biden's current health condition, and I am nervous about what major announcements or events can, happen maybe next weekend, because it seems as if we can't get a break on weekends anymore. But anyway, so he announced that he's no longer going to be running, blase, blase. And the conversation immediately shifted to who is going to be his replacement. And judging from what I've seen on social media, as well as articles and all the things, it seems as if Kamala Harris is going to take his place. She announced that she is going to seek the office of president. And then she got some endorsements from some pretty prominent Democrat, the Clintons, Pete Buttigieg, as well as Gavin Newsom, and she has also garnered some celebrity endorsements. Obviously, this is no surprise to anyone that has been really paying attention. In my opinion, Kamala Harris was the only viable option for the Democrats, being that it is a natural, process for her to step up if Joe Biden decided, as he has, that he's going to step down. And overstepping Kamala Harris, her being a woman and her being Black, was just not going to fly with the far leftists, even moderate Democrats, the race baiters, the people that live their life according to their race. That was not going to fly for them. And unfortunately for the Democrats, that is a primary portion of their voting bloc. So they really actually had no choice but to stick with Harris. So that kind of leads into what I want to talk about today, and that is the reaction from predominantly Black women online. For whatever reason, this actually surprised me, because judging from what people have been posting online since Kamala Harris has been vice president about their opinions about her, it seems as if no one really likes her, and people were always complaining about her being absent and basically just getting the job and then going MIA. So I was I was somewhat surprised about the way people are reacting to her deciding to run for office. So here are a couple of tweets that I gathered from X. This woman said, "Black women, brown women, indigenous women, and some white women will not let 2016 happen to Vice President Harris. Period." This is something that I gathered from Instagram. This person said, "All the Black women I know are afraid. Not because of Kamala Harris's qualifications. We're always overqualified. We're always more than ready. I trust Kamala with this country. I don't trust this country with her. Check on your strong Black female friends in the U.S. today. We are not okay. We know how tough the next few months until November will be." And this is a little gift that someone posted on X. It says here, "Black women getting ready to save democracy again." Here is this video that I grabbed from TikTok, which I think basically summarizes this attitude that these people are having towards Kamala Harris's presidential possibilities.
We were here in 2016 and we are back again. Get your uniforms ready, get your silk presses, your Chuck Taylors, get it ready. November 5th, we are going to show up and show the fuck out. White women. I'm gonna need you to get it together this time around. Go get your pink kitty cat hats. and get ready to vote for democracy. Remember, I am woman, hear me roar, and y'all in all these Handmaid's Tale outfits and all this other stuff. Get your ass to the polls and get ready to vote for Kamala Harris.
You know, liberal women make me lean to the side of conservatism that lightly suggests that it might be a good idea to repeal the 19th Amendment. Because the way that we vote, women, and especially liberal women, it's on emotion. It's like you're saying that we should put Harris into office, not because she's a great politician, because you're not going to sit there and lie to me and tell me that you think that Kamala Harris is a good politician or a good leader or has any ability to be a decent leader at some point. You're not going to tell me that you actually think that. So you are only voting for her because she's a woman and because she's black. We are on the brink of a world war. We have an economy that has been struggling to recover for the last 3 years. We have an open border that's pouring a lot of undocumented people into this country. There have been terrorists that have been caught at the border trying to cross over. Some of them, we don't even know where they are right now. Okay? We have a lot going on. We have serious issues. And you mean to tell me that at your big voting age, you're going to vote for Kamala Harris because she's a black woman? That is the only requirement you have? And like specifically to black women, because it's not just black women that feel this way. It's a lot of like white liberal women as well as white liberal men that are like, oh, we're going to ban behind the black women. Black women have suffered the most at the hands of the Democratic Party. Okay, when you think about the destruction of the Black family unit, the person that has to lift and carry that weight has been the Black woman for generations now. The Democrats continue to take advantage of the breakdown of the Black family and get the Black vote over and over and over and over and over again. And they sell this idea that they care about the Black community, and for whatever reason, people are buying it. And I feel like the reason why, or a large reason as to why they're going to choose Harris to go up against Trump, is because Trump has been slowly but surely peeling off a lot of Black support from the Democratic Party. And they need people to kind of snap back into position. Like, I don't understand, how is it that you, like, the people that feel this way, how is it that you feel like people should take you seriously as a voter? What requirements do you have for someone to get your vote? Should their policies not matter? Should their agenda not matter? And it's crazy, right? Because when it comes to Donald Trump, everybody all of a sudden knows policies, okay? Everybody knows agendas, everybody knows positions, everybody knows exactly what he's going to do. Oh, he's going to put Black people back on the plantation. He's going to pass a federal abortion ban, project 2025. All of a sudden everybody knows about policies. But when it comes to the Democrats, right, when you ask them, oh, what's their agenda? The first thing people say, oh, well, what about Trump? No, what is the Democratic agenda and how is it going to benefit this country? I'm pretty sure that all of these pro-Kamala Harris people have no idea what their agenda is. All they know is that we just have to stop whatever Trump is doing, even though for the most part, we have been completely misled about what is it that Trump is going to be doing. I really thought, for whatever reason, and you have to forgive my, naivete, my hope, my faith in human beings, especially women. I really thought that we were starting to move away from this race-centered way of doing politics and making decisions as to who we want to be our leaders. We didn't have to deal with the whole hoopla that is Black Lives Matter this year. We didn't have, a police killing to riot about and march about and protest about that was going to, take over the entire conversation of a presidential election. We didn't have to deal with that this year. So I'm like, okay, maybe we can actually see beyond the nonsense and look at policies. And for 2.5 seconds, I thought that was what we were going to do. But I was solely and surely sobered up thanks to social media and these idiots that automatically support Kamala Harris just because she's Black. Like, this pissed me off so much. Like, it really pissed me off because I feel like it's just because these people vote, right? Because it's like, it's one thing for you to come to me and again lay out the policies, right? Lay out the candidates' capabilities. Okay, talk Kamala up for me. Like, let me know. Like give me a reason. Let's have an honest conversation. It's one thing if you're able to do that, but then you come to me with this nonsense about her being a black woman and you don't trust the country with black. Like, save it. And then y'all vote. And your vote affects my life. I really do feel like we need to have some type of like a aptitude test or some type of test before we grant people the right to vote, because we can't just continue to let these people, I shouldn't say that. Let me not say that on the internet. But anyway, we have a long road ahead up until November. It is going to be a tremulous couple of months. I am sure that this is not going to be the last just bomb that we're going to experience. There's going to be more things down the line that is going to completely shake up this race. And we all knew that this election was going to be chaotic. Obviously, we didn't think it was going to be this chaotic. But my point is, as a Republican voter, you had to stand firm. Okay, we can't let this shake us. Because for 2.5 seconds, I was a little like, oh my God, they're gonna run Kamala. These people are gonna talk about black, woman empowerment, abortion rights. It's just gonna be so annoying. It's not gonna be dealing with Kamala Harris herself. It's going to be the meteor just firestorm around her. It's going to be all the lying about her record. They're going to try to gloss over some of her obvious flaws, and then you deal with these rabid leftists that's going to be like black women. It's like, that is what's going to be more annoying and hard to deal with than Kamala herself. And that has always been one advantage that Democrat politicians have, is they have this entire establishment, this conglomerate of institutions that come behind them. They have the mainstream media. Obviously, she's going to go on all the late night talk shows. So she's already got Hollywood. And then you have the crazies on social media that tend to be the loudest for whatever reason. They're obviously going to be on her side. So it's just like Donald Trump and the Republican Party is going to have to go up against this whole like monstrous entity that the Democrats are going to come with. But Trump has been able to overcome a lot. And I really do feel like we have united as a party and we still have a very good chance. But obviously we cannot just feel like we're going to dance into that White House. We're going to have to fight all the way through. And it's okay, because one thing about people that love America, that really care about this country and want the best leadership in that White House, is that we are willing to fight to make that happen. So that's just what we're going to have to do.